Sorry, Kenny. That was my
No,
bad.
you're in.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
never
I
opened
was
anything.
waiting for the
All right.
record button for those who want to see behind the curtain.
Welcome back, everyone, to Goofballs. My bold prediction is Aaron Rodgers, at the end of this season, after a great season, is going to start dating race car driver Brittany Force. I looked her up. I looked at potential race car drivers. His next race car driver person he might date. And old A-Rod, football A-Rod is going to fall in love with not only Brittany, but realize that he really wants to be a race car driver. And
wow.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be racing NASCAR or something. He's going to be in the minor leagues of that world.
You do funny cars.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, that movie. I refer to Cars, the Pixar film, as funny cars because I chortle so much while I watch it.
My only note to myself is next time I think my bold prediction should be a little more football. I think I got it. Yeah, all right.
Yo, I'm looking up this person because I was like, who is this? And she got two other sisters who also, I think, race. It's like a racing family.
Yep.
They're all the daughters of John Force, whoever that is. Oh, I guess he's another race car guy. I mean, I guess it just runs in the family. I guess like when you don't got sons being like, well, I don't care. Like, y'all girls gonna race. I don't care what y'all trying to do, what y'all thinking about. Y'all girls gonna race.
I'm looking at a picture of her. She looks like Ivanka Trump, but like she would get mad in a grocery store.
Mad in a grocery store.
So in this scenario,
yeah, she would get indignant at something or someone. What do you mean you're out of this? Or I don't need to wear a mask.
Wait, but so in your example, you make it seem like Ivanka wouldn't get mad.
She would never go to a grocery store. Are you kidding me? No.
So you saying she wouldn't be mad at a grocery store because she would never go?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine not going to a grocery store. I love going to a grocery store.
I find it calming.
Me too.
She's definitely a Gelson's person.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of calming, if my internet is good right now, speaking of calming, let's ease into a very relaxing but exciting and tantalizing game with Johnny Schwartzbein.
Hey, everyone relax. It's a game. All right. In honor of Ronnie Adrian, I brought back an oldie but goodie game show from the Goofballs Vault, or as I call it, the Goof Vault. This game is called Steal or No Steal.
Vault.
In Steal or No Steal, Ronnie, if you're not familiar, you will go one by one answering a trivia question that I present to you. Whoever goes first has to guess. The next person may steal that guess or guess their own if they think they're correct. Third person may also steal or guess their own. And then if anyone's guess gets stolen, then they have to pick a new guess, or they can decline if they know they were right and it got stolen. There's 2 rounds, 3 questions each round, and you get 1 steal per round. So if you use your steal, you don't get another until question 4.
So 2 and 3 can steal, and the first person who answers can't steal.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Or they may, I guess you can steal back. You can steal back from someone. So if
but not your answers, you can steal back what?
No, you can steal back your answer. So let's say Kenneth answers, and then Ronnie, you steal it. Andrew answers something else. Then Kenneth can steal back his answer from you, and then you would need to do a new guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, but we've only played it once. So Here we go. This week's theme is through week 4 statistical leaders. Okay, here we go. We'll go in this order. Kenneth, then Ronnie, then Andrew. And then question 2 will go Ronnie, Andrew, Kenneth. And then question 3 will go Andrew, Kenneth, Ronnie. So this is made for you to win, AG. Here we go. Question 1, round 1. Kenneth. Dak Prescott has the most completions thrown through week 1 by quite a bit. Who is number 2? Quarterback with the second most completions through week 4.
I'm going to say Joe Burrow.
That is the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. Ronnie, steal or no steal?
I want to go. Wait, you saying completions or just throws in general?
Completions.
Completions. Okay.
Oh, and I forgot to say, scoring-wise, if you have your answer stolen and it was correct, you get half a point.
Oh, okay.
If you have the correct answer by the end of the question, you get 1 point.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to go no steal.
Oh.
No steal. And I'm going to say
There's a time limit.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's just a reasonable amount of time. Just not too much dead air on the pod, please.
Okay, all right. Okay, then I am going to say with my answer that I'm going to give right now.
Okay.
So therefore, you and everybody
still thinking, right?
could have this, so you know that I'm thinking. As far as it goes through week 4, and you're saying after Dak Prescott, you said, correct?
Yes.
Because that is the first, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Limited amount of time on the Zoom.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Bad guess, but Andrew, steal or no steal?
Okay, no steal.
Pulling the Ronnie Adrian.
Russell Wilson.
Okay, also quarterback, also a guess. The correct answer is very obviously Joe Burrow.
Damn.
Should have stolen that one.
I knew it was when he said it, and I was
very easily, very quickly.
Well, he didn't. He thought, but I knew it, and I was like, I don't want to steal. Hope maybe he's wrong.
Okay, I set these questions up in an order that makes it easy for Kenneth to win, I think. Here we go. Question 2, round 1. Ronnie first, then Andrew, then Kenneth. Here we go.
I'll take Worlds for 300, please.
You don't get to pick. I pick.
Oh, okay.
And I already came up with these, so these are the ones you get. Here we go. Who has the longest reception so far through week 4? Longest reception. So a catch of the ball and then a run.
Got it. Okay. But is this a reception that's
it can be
called after the line of scrimmage, or is it one that's caught in the backfield in a sense and then run out of the?
It is not a rush. It is a pass.
Well, but sometimes when you pass, even though you're behind the line of scrimmage, that still counts.
I have not seen all the plays, so I'm not sure if they were screen passes or whatnot.
Okay.
But I will say that it is an offensive player.
Okay.
I don't know how much longer my internet's going to work, to be honest.
Okay. So I only have to hold out until Kenneth loses by default.
Yeah, that's the way to tie the game. Because you and Andrew aren't going to get any right.
No, I'm going to get this right. Because you said the longest reception?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to go – who was that? The longest reception this season was caught by a very good player. He's very speedy.
It's a good bit, but it's not great for the podcast.
Well, you said no dead air, so I'm just letting people know that I'm still talking through.
This is worse than dead air. This is dying air.
No, dude, because I'm about to come back with a huge victorious right answer. And with that right answer goes Randy Moss. Wait, did you say this season?
Yeah, this season.
You said sorry.
Through week 4 of this season.
I'm sorry, Johnny. Can you say the question one more time?
Longest catch.
Of this season?
Yeah.
Okay, with the most yards.
Yeah. Are you using
Okay,
your computer to look it up? Because
No,
that should have been done a while ago.
No, I'm not. That's what Kenneth be doing. I saw him looking around. That's what Kenneth's doing, but I'm not gonna cheat. I'm going right up the dome. And with that being said, right up the dome, my answer is McLaurin from the Washington football team.
Okay, bad guess. Andrew, steal or no steal?
No steal.
Well, yeah, because you said bad guess.
Well, it could be right, but it took too long.
I think Tyreek Hill.
Who's that?
Tyreek Hill, of Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Kenneth?
I'm not sure if this is right, but it's probably close. I'm going to go with Jerick McKinnon.
Jerick McKinnon. No, incorrect. All of you. The longest catch was by Chase Claypool of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 84 yards. 84 yards on that one.
Right.
So score still 1-0. Andrew, here is your question for the first round.
All right.
Sorry about this one. You don't have a good shot. Who is the kicker with the worst field goal percentage so far? That's not it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if they kicked her, so I'm just gonna go with a really very normal kicker type. Brad Smith.
Brad Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenneth? What team does Brad Smith play for?
I don't know.
It's not a real person. You could have said, you could have said Anna Vinatieri, and it wasn't what it meant. Right. He's not playing this season, but at least that you knew. The truth is that I did look at this today, and I'm trying to think of what the name was, but I don't have a really solid. I'm going to go with Young Ho.
That was Young Ho Koo for the Atlanta Falcons. Young Ho Koo.
Now, first of all, his name is Young Wei Koo. It's pronounced Young Wei.
Okay.
I know that because every time he kicks and the announcer says it, I'm like, right. That is how you say that.
And Ronnie, because you are the guest this week, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint, a little insight that might help you.
Okay.
It's actually 3 kickers have the same worst field goal percentage.
Okay.
So there's potential for multiple points here. Steal or no steal?
Oh, so if I name all 3 of them, I could get...
No. You only get one guess. Or a steal.
Okay.
You can steal Brad Smith or Young Wei Koo.
Okay. I'm going to go no steal.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to go can I name the kicker? Can I name the team that he's on? Even if I can't think of the kicker's name?
If you give me a first name, a last initial, and the team, I'll accept it.
The first name, last initial, and the team?
Or just the last name.
Okay. It is it's the kicker from the...
You got it. Say it.
I'm begging you to let him say just the team.
You know what, Kenneth? You've been on me all game. You've been riding me all game. The kicker from the Titans. No, I want to say Robbie Gould.
Robbie Gould. Okay, both of those would have been wrong. The 3 correct answers are Tyler Bass of the Bengals, Dustin Hopkins of the Woofed, that's the Washington football team, and, of course, Brad Smith of the Nobodies. No, Dan Bailey of the Minnesota Vikings, all 60%, 3 of 5. After the first round, Kenneth 1, Ronnie 0, Andrew 0. Kenneth, are you ready for your for your question of the second round? Through week 4, who has the most fumbles in the NFL? Most fumbles.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is his guess. Ronnie, steal or no steal?
Steal.
Stealing Daniel Jones. No one has ever wanted to do that in history. Andrew, steal or no steal?
I don't want to be left 0-0. Steal.
So you're gonna steal the only answer. Okay, so you're taking Daniel Jones. Kenneth, you now have to re-guess first.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz is his guess. Ronnie, you have used your steal.
Uh-huh.
Or you can steal back Daniel Jones, Kenneth. I forgot because you all have steals. Maybe not.
Can't tell if Kenneth's frozen or thinking.
No, I think he don't. I
No,
think
that wasn't right.
Yeah, I can't say he don't want to steal. He's gonna stay with Dave. Are you staying with Carson Wentz?
Yeah, he's staying with Carson Wentz.
Okay, so then I will say.
Yes, I'm staying with Carson Wentz.
Jesus Christ, on me all game. Then I'm gonna say Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Okay, you were closest, Ronnie. It is Ezekiel Elliott with three fumbles.
Holy shit.
All right, going into the second one. Holy shit.
It's a lot of fumbles.
Do I get like a half a point for that? Same team?
No. Kenneth is still winning.
Game
Your
is
question
weird.
for the second round, Ronnie. Which
That's me.
NFL team has the most sacks through week 4?
Oh, easy. The Chargers.
That is the Los Angeles Chargers. Andrew, steal or no steal?
No steal.
Idiot.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens, based out of the beautiful state of Maryland. Kenneth, steal or no steal?
What's the question?
Which NFL team has the most team sacks through week 4?
And what are the answers? I just got back from not having internet.
Ronnie guessed the Los Angeles Chargers. Andrew guessed the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. I don't know that I agree with those, so I'm going to go with the Washington. I'm going to go with the Washington football team.
All good guesses. Honestly, guys, all good guesses, but all of them incorrect. The correct answer is the Philadelphia Eagles with 17. Should have seen that one coming. I am a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. And last one. Last one. You ready, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Again, another hard one. I didn't set this up for you to win at all. Which team has the most fourth down attempts so far through week 4? Which team has tried and gone for it on fourth down the most out of any of the teams that play professional football in the
Tennessee
National
Titans.
Football League? You said the Tennessee Titans instantly, quickly. Kenneth, you might want to steal that one. He said it so
Sure,
fast.
why not? I'm not.
Can he steal if we can't hear him?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I can't take steals home. Well, is it here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
I
now.
heard. Oh,
And now you cut out again.
That's it. It's mine. It's mine.
steal.
He stole it. He stole the
Okay.
Titans. He stole it. Ronnie.
Then if they what they call it, most fourth down attempts, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal it too.
Okay, you can't. You used your steal already
Is that
this round.
I use a steal?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
so
you
I
stole
use-
Daniel Jones, remember?
Oh, but you only get one per game
Per round.
per round.
Yeah.
Oh,
I went through the rules pretty
Yeah,
clearly.
but I thought the rounds mean like now here's okay. I understand. I got
Yeah,
it.
they're not cumulative. It's not 2 per
Okay.
game. It's 1 per round.
All right. I don't know. Then the Patriots.
The New England Patriots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Andrew, you have to guess.
That you know what? That was gonna be my secondary guess there. Let's see here. Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore, again, really, really high on the Ravens this year. The correct answer is the Atlanta Falcons with 10 fourth down attempts. That means Kenneth, with a score of 1, just like the Eagles, you're in first place. You win, steal or no steal.
I appreciate the win. I don't know
Hey,
if
hard
I'm still
problem.
here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Well, another great game, another great name of a game. Thank you so much, Johnny Schwartzbein. And let's go over to our final segment of the show with the Attorney General.
Thanks, Kenny. This segment here, we came up with on the old group chat this week, and I figured I would, take that and use it. Obviously, so far, I'll introduce it to the audience because, it's important. You want to understand what's going on here in this segment is that there's a lot of bad teams in the league, a lot of bad situations to go into. And and so we're going to talk about and discuss what is the worst situation to go into. And you know me, sometimes I like to talk about football. Sometimes I like to veer off and get excited about other stuff. So this is going to be each person is going to tell us the worst place we could possibly go to have to coach. And you can include things like, man, the resale value on the houses in that city sucks. Or just keep it to football, or just be like, I really don't. So anything, honestly, anything. So we'll just, round table this. Welcome to the segment. Johnny,
What's the name of the segment, by the way?
It's round table. Round table. Round table.
Round table, good pizza.
Round table, good for seating nights.
I'll kick it off. I'll just throw this out there. I think the worst coaching situation to go into would be the Dallas Cowboys, because there's all this expectation from the media, and it's a huge city and market, and it's got a big old star on the helmet, and Jerry Moneybags is watching you, and they always underperform, at least for the last 25 or 24 or so years. They have all this talent, but whoever they get, no matter how big the name is, they go in there and then they just fucking screw the pooch to some shitty team like the Eagles, or they choke in the playoffs if they get there. They have this quarterback that everyone is just so positive is so amazing. That is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. And then they just stink on ice when it matters.
Literally nobody says that.
And it's the coach's fault, everyone says. I think it's a losing mentality situation, but they all think they're winners. It is the epitome of everything that's wrong with Trump's America. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you're part of the reason we're in this mess. So that's my 75 cents worth.
All right. That was you went 0 to 60 real quick there. I like that. So Ronnie, I'm gonna give you a chance to respond, or if you want to take a second. Well, it looks like we lost Kenny. So what's your worst situation? Just I don't know.
Ken is back. Can I get a sec?
Yeah, you want a sec?
Yeah, please.
All right, yeah. Kenneth, I'm gonna bring this over to you here. You're a football man,
Okay.
you know the game. What do you think? Dig in that ice cream. Dig in, dude. I don't know.
Dig into the ice cream can.
To be honest, let me dig into that ice cream. Let me get into that.
Trader Joe's ice cream bar.
Speaking of ice cream, I bet Hall of Fame tackle Tony Baselli, if he had gotten into the Hall of Fame, would say that the Jacksonville Jaguars are an organization that he enjoys, but I would say that that's possibly the worst situation to be involved with. I went to Jacksonville once, and I went to a Jaguars game once, and they did have hot tubs in the stadium for fans to party in, and they did have people flying in on parachutes. So that I felt like, oh, this is all there is to do maybe in Jacksonville, and I didn't necessarily have a lot to do in Jacksonville, and I didn't necessarily enjoy the drive to and away from Jacksonville, and I don't think that they've proven to be successful. To steal Johnny's point, for 25 years. So I for another organization, I would say not a stable ownership, not a stable state in relation to whether or not it'll stay connected to the rest of the United States or not, physically speaking. And I don't think that the Jaguars would be the place for me. Also, the worst, I did like press at like 7 stadiums. I'm not bragging. I'm just using it as an opportunity to say that by far the Jaguars were the biggest joke when it came to the food they offered the media. So I haven't forgotten. Nobody will ever forget that, Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think whenever your fan base is like worried every offseason that the team might pick up and leave to go, 15 hours away to another continent and play in London instead, I think that's not a great situation to be in.
That was a great take, and thank
Not the
you,
best.
Kenneth, for reminding our audience that we do have one person on this podcast who's a real sports reporter.
Remember the press, lamestream Kenneth, they call him. Pushing his false agenda.
All right. So, Ronnie, what are we thinking here? Do you have any?
I mean, I guess I could say, there are teams that, for instance, I just throw out one like, if you were to play like somewhere like in Philadelphia, like a real trash city, and I've been there before, like just an uninviting city, real just in the mud type city, with a fan base that, I'm not a fan of like the Patriots fan base, but I think Philadelphia's fan base is the most awful fan base in the history of any fan base.
We won a Super Bowl this century.
Like I said, the most awesome, the most fucking awful fan base in history. Like, and trust me, and like the most disrespectful and disloyal. Right, like you lose a couple games and they will turn on you like you didn't win them a championship.
All Cowboys fans are racists.
You know what I mean?
Please.
Okay, in Philadelphia, they are pretty racist as well.
Yeah, I'm not saying the inverse is not also true, but
Yeah. Philadelphia, they say the city of brotherly love, but I think in the same way we need to look at the Constitution again, they need to look at that saying for that.
At least when they're saying racial slurs, they don't have a cowboy hat on. I mean, that makes any slur sound so much worse. I see your hat in the background, Ronnie.
But the point is,
where's your belt buckle? How big's your belt buckle?
Not a cowboy hat. But the point is, I could say something like that, and I'm not going to.
Okay.
But I'm going to pivot to a team who has very similar colors in a way, and that is the New York Jets. I think, to be a part of a team that is just – you're the little brother of a team that also stinks. Right? You're the little brother of a team that also just, like, stinks. And it's still being like, no matter what, it's still the Giants' town, even though your records are very similar.
It's like if a cow walked over like a dog turd and took a dump on it, the Jets would be the dog turd, just shit covered in shit. And then the cow patty would be the Giants.
And for a team that hasn't won anything of significance since Broadway Joe was the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like
literally, yeah.
You get coaches who, like for some reason, everybody except the people who are hiring them know that they're not good for the job. Then they go like, all right, great. Well, now you got the job, and then we're going to shortchange you on weapons in some of the most key areas, especially if we're talking about trying to develop a quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, but then let's develop this quarterback. But by the way, we're going to develop him with under par wide receivers.
Shout out Chad Pennington.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that will be, and then and on top of that, it's in the state of New York, and I've never met a New Yorker who didn't tell you what they didn't like about anything that you were doing. So, so obviously that would be a rough situation because even they're telling you and they're like, but that's how we do it here. Like, we let you know, like, it's being like, I don't need your hard criticism that is just, you being like, ignore it. That's how we just give each other, that's how we let each other know I'm busting your balls here. And it's like, it's already a hard situation. I'm good, bro. Like, have a little bit more couth about this, So I think being in the Jets, in the management. Also, I mean, out there, you would have to live in New Jersey, right? Because that's probably, isn't that where they play?
Yeah.
Which I'm probably going to be a fan of.
I like that.
Good answer.
Good, 3 good answers.
I mean, one answer was bad, but the other 2 were pretty bad.
Yeah.
I like the Jets.
The first answer was kind of bad.
I like the Jets.
Yeah. I'd have to say the worst possible place for me to go as a coach or GM would be Miami, just because you guys know me. I couldn't avoid.
You could be at the Fontainebleau every weekend, baby.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Too
the
much.
problem. Me and the Fontainebleau and those pina coladas. I wouldn't get any film study done.
I was thinking about Miami, and then I was like, but everything outside of the team would probably be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, even with the team, I like their jerseys. You know what I mean? Like,
It's funnest colors in the NFL.
You know what I mean? So I would be like, I feel like that's a place, if you could get some wins, the vibe would be so great.
Yeah.
And before you continue, Andrew, I'm just going to interject real quick. If you're drinking enough pina coladas to get into trouble, like, you need a new drink. It's too cold on the mouthfeel. It's so much sugar. Get full just from eating the pineapple and the cherry on the side.
You're right. No, I would love to coach it.
And any team with Ryan Fitzpatrick as the quarterback, the vibe is, it's a fun vibe in that locker room. It's a fun vibe in there.
All right.
Can I theorize? Like, I think it's very odd, the fact that the Jets and the Dolphins were also brought up. It just brings me a point of, like, I feel like Bill Belichick has some sort of hypnotized. He's just gotten into the head of those 3 organizations so much or something, because they're like stealing the worst coaches all from each other and the worst players, and they're rotating all the quarterbacks, and it's like they just don't even learn, and they just keep getting like worse and worse up until Sean McDermott and the Bills.
Yeah, it's just a sad situation all around.
And we'll see. It's been 4 games.
Let me ask you this.
But
Kenneth,
it is nuts.
And your wrongful disdain for Cam Newton aside, do you contribute the dynasty of the Patriots over the last however many years? Do you contribute that more to Tom Brady, or do you contribute that more to Bill Belichick?
I contribute more to Bill Belichick. I could expand on that, but I don't know if you had a follow-up question or not. But
I don't think I did. I mean, what's interesting is being
expand.
like, I hate New England with a passion. But now with Cam Newton as a quarterback, I don't hate them as much. I root for Cam more than anything. But funnily enough, outside of that, like, I will watch Tampa Bay games, and I won't despise Tom Brady. I think it's like interesting. It's like, I think it was the mixture of those two and everything that made me go like, they stink.
I relate to that.
But like, now that
Johnny is reminding us that we get one more.
Now with that being said, but I'm like,
ahead.
oh yeah, like, maybe I think I can enjoy them separately now.
Yeah, I was, and Johnny's reminded us we've got to do our underdogs and our big winner, and we'll get to that. But I do, with regards to what you said, Ronnie, too, I want to say that I think it's interesting watching the Patriots without Tom Brady, and I think people are now enjoying them as long as they're not together. But other than the fact that, besides the fact that Bill Belichick is the only guy in the entire NFL for the last 20 years who has successfully been a GM and a head coach at the same time, and in most of those seasons been the defensive coordinator, nobody else is even close to accomplishing that. And he's gone to 9 Super Bowls and he's won 6. And Tom Brady was around for all of it, but I actually now think that the reason that Tom Brady kept taking all those $14 or $15 million salaries and putting himself in the middle of the pack rather at the top was Bill Belichick does not value the quarterback position. And Tom Brady knew that and was like, this is the best that I can get, but I'm going to keep winning and dominating, and I'm going to become Tom Brady, because I don't think anybody really feels that Tom Brady is better than Joe Montana or Steve Young or Brett Favre or Peyton Manning or a lot of the other quarterbacks, Drew Brees. I don't feel a lot of people really feel that way. But as soon as Tom Brady got to that point, after he'd won the 3 Super Bowls and proved himself to that degree, I think he said, hey, look, I want to be a fucking big-time passer, just like Russell Wilson is doing right now with DK Metcalf. He said, hey, fuck this. I don't want to be they call me a game manager. This is bullshit. So then Bill Belichick goes, fine, I'll get you Randy Moss and Wes Welker, and we'll do this kind of offense. And they did that kind of offense for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. They didn't win any Super Bowls. He got back to off that bullshit, and he went, I want Julian Edelman to catch all the passes. And so they go to that, and they win 3 more Super Bowls. Tom Brady I don't think Tom Brady was ever the most important component of Bill Belichick's dynasty.
You just snort a lot
because
of
he's the
Adderall.
quarterback.
Holy shit, man. That was intense.
But, it's got to get off my chest. I don't think Bill Belichick thinks that highly of Tom Brady, and we'll see what happens.
That was beautiful. That was wow.
I appreciate you letting me go through that. And Johnny, why don't we do our picks of the big winner?
Big winner and underdogs. So just to review last week, big winners, teams that we predicted to win. Little technical difficulties there with Kenneth. We'll proceed. Kenneth and I both picked the Rams to beat the Giants by 15 or more points. That didn't happen. Andrew, you picked Baltimore, and they beat Washington by a lot, but only 14 points. So you do not get a point for that.
15 points and an underdog?
Yes. Yep. There it is. And then underdogs, you both picked the Raiders, who did not win, and Kenneth picked the Jaguars that did not win, and Andrew and I picked the Raiders. So now, week 5, big winners, underdogs. Kenneth?
I'm going with, by the way, did I get any points? Did you just say if I got any
No,
points?
we didn't. None of us got points, no.
All right. I'm putting money where my mouth is. I'm picking the Jets to beat the Cardinals. And my pick for a blowout is the Seahawks at home on Sunday Night Football against the Vikings.
Okay. Andrew?
Underdog is the Giants, just doing that for team pride. And I'm going to pick I'm going to pick Kansas City have a big win over by 15 points. They look a little sloppy at certain points in that Patriots game.
Yeah. I'm going to pick the Cardinals to kick the shit out of the awful Jets. And underdog, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chicago Bears to beat the Buccaneers on Thursday night. Give me the Bears.
Those are our picks. Sorry to make this fast, but we have under a minute to go. Ronnie Adrian, thank you for coming back on to Goofballs.
Yeah. Kenneth hates quarterbacks.
Johnny Schwartzbein, Andrew Grace. This has been episode. That's Kenneth hates quarterbacks. Come back next week and we will goof around again.
Cowboys suck.